Welcome back, the world of eBay supporters. As you guys understand, again, it's time for cardio live, guys, because we cannot exist if we don't do cardio as entrepreneurs, business people, and hustlers, grinders. Hopefully, you guys did not watch my last two lives. I appreciate for not watching. Or if you watched, like only one person did, and then summarized the video, it's also appreciated, guys. You need to click on that button when you do the when you open up the video, guys. Go downstairs and open up the summarize option. It's gonna summarize all the opportunities for you to learn what the show was about, guys. You already learned that particular part. Hold on, guys. Why am I in my not normal view? Me switch it. We need to switch, guys, because we can't, continue. Camera facing back. See, there you go, guys. Finally, we're on the right path now. Now we're talking, guys. So anyway, welcome back again to cardio live, reseller cardio live, guys. Very important to do those. I apologize once again for video and sound quality, which is absolutely normal, guys. You have to live with that kind of stuff. In my case, it's normal, guys, for me. I strive for low quality and bad quality video and sound. It's normal type of situations. Wait, guys, until I'm starting a podcast soon. The quality will be also most likely not great. I was trying to collect some money the last 4 years to buy microphone, guys, but unfortunately did not collect the entire amount yet. So to buy a good professional microphone, to stream and do professional podcasts like some other podcasts. Yeah, check it out. There are some deer want to talk to you. Reseller deer over there. But that's actually normal, guys. It's a normal situation that in my case, guys, it's actually very good to actually stream with some kind of sound and video from the forest, guys. It's very good, it's very important part. I already jogged a little bit from 5 p.m. today. It's currently, what is it, 7? Oh no, 6. So 6 p.m. I was jogging. Now it's all walking, guys, because we cannot do the live while I'm jogging, guys. I need to walk while I'm doing the live. So I get here earlier to do jogging and stretching, and then after jogging, after all the body, after the sweat comes out, and after all the cardio part that is already kind of complete partially, I feel much better, to just peacefully walk now. Because jogging, sometimes I jog in the morning actually. Today I had to go to the doctor, so I couldn't jog in the morning, guys. Because when I go to doctor, guys, it's always not really very stressful, and I don't want to jog after that much right away. So had to reschedule my jogging and semi-running part to the evening hours today. But now, after I already did it, now we can, do some talking about the very important topic, guys. By the way, guys, I promised Hunt and Flip show. Guys, Hunt and Flip actually podcast with Polish guy Peter and a Russian guy John from Flipping in Easy. It's very interesting, combination of two great minds of reselling. And John Milo Flipping in Easy immigrated to the United States from Belarus, which is very interesting. Yes, John never said that before. Now we learned from Hunt and Flip show podcast that John has very deep roots in Eastern Europe. So compliments to you, John. It's very good. Now I understand why you're so smart, man. So I had to actually, I was watching their second episode today. It was very, very educational once again. When you have two great minds from Eastern Europe talk about reselling, it's very important, guys, because they provide great approach to reselling business, answer questions about eBay and reselling business hustle. So I want to give them shout out. I promised in my comment today. I left a comment actually, which is very rare. I was very surprised, guys, that I left a comment on their podcast today. And so go subscribe, guys. Hunt and Flip actually show podcast. Last time when I watched their podcast, the first episode, it was actually, I thought it was Hustle and Flip. So I apologize to Eastern European guys. No, guys, Eastern Europe is actually a very good country. So props to you guys, being Eastern Europeans. For me, I'm not, guys, I'm Jewish, so you guys at least are Eastern Europeans, and I'm not. So it's kind of interesting to watch someone from other countries to talk about reselling. It's like a new opportunity for everyone else to learn, And I remember in the past, um, eBay guys is very important subject, for our lives, Even when I went to the doctor today, I said, he was asking me like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm a reseller, and I'm stressed constantly, and he was asking me why, and I'm saying like, because eBay constantly changes things, it makes me very stressed, anxious, because, I explained that if something doesn't sell, it's not good, I'm not making any money, so it makes me very stressed. So doctor was very compassionate actually, guys. He understands the situation at least compared to some other people, who are not very compassionate in this regard. But yesterday, guys, I ran into a big problem. Like this tree right here. You see this big tree laying across my path of walking. So guys, I cannot, stress enough how bad it is that this tree is in my way right now. Like, it's kind of interesting that it fell. It's like eBay deliberately put the tree in my way, and I don't want to climb over it, guys. We're gonna go into the forest again with animals. There's a bunch of poop in here too. Deer poop and beaver poop and skunk poop and hedgehog and fox, and sometimes there's coyotes here, guys. Now coyotes actually, they're not really compassionate animals. They don't like humans much, Actually, I don't think they're called not coyotes, but there's another name for them. They look like stray dogs. Sometimes they're gonna be here, guys. They may attack. Guys, they don't like resellers much. They want to eat resellers for some reason. Last one I talked to hyenas, actually. See, that's a proper word, not coyotes. Coyotes are in different parts of the country, in Arizona. Hyenas actually live in Ohio. Usually they're covers. You remember, guys, Mowgli, or was it Mowgli? Yeah, where there was hyena and she was afraid of everyone by herself, and she was hiding constantly behind lion. Because hyenas are cowards unless they're in the packs. So if they're in the packs, guys, unlike wolves, for example, wolves are not scared. Wolf will attack by himself, but hyena, unless she's very hungry, may not. You can throw some kind of stick at her or him, and hit it a little bit. If they're gonna try to attack you, so be aware. But anyway, back to reselling, guys. So eBay had an issue once again that a lot of content creators unfortunately don't cover because they like to talk about good things most of the time. But rarely they do. We cannot, throw everyone under the bus here, guys, because we're very kind, compassionate content creators. Unlike there's other ones who are not very compassionate. So unfortunately, it was very upsetting, guys. Listing videos were not uploading, and recently from watching content, guys, I didn't see anyone talk about this. Not on any educational content creator channels. Nobody's talking about this stuff, guys, because you know why? Because they don't need to. But I will talk about this because very important. So listing videos are a very important part right now of listings, guys, as you understand. Especially when you're listing certain products to show a buyer that there is an issue or if it's working partially or possibly fully. Electronics actually are good to do listing videos for, which I do a lot. And unfortunately, guys, it wasn't uploading yesterday. So it was very stressful again. I had to get myself together, not curse a lot, because when it happens, I start, cursing a lot. And it's really stressful for me, guys. So I'm trying to hold back on that part. So what happened pretty much is that I tried for like hours. I had a couple of listings that I really needed to upload listing videos. And they weren't uploading. So I tried from the computer, tried from the phone, tablet, was not working, was hanging. So I had to go into your favorite part of eBay, guys, help and contact or help and support, and ask tech support from India to call me. I'm like, guys, is it possible to fix it? Because it's making me very stressed, and I don't want to be stressed. I don't want to ask you to call me back, you know. And the tech support person assured me, he's like, Mr. Roman, we're working on it very hard in our headquarters in India. We're gonna fix it up for you. Don't you worry, please, sir. We're working very hard. Right now, I'm actually pushing all the buttons on my computer and reading the script that you content creators talk about. Said, okay, Mr. Patel, thank you for, reassuring me of, fixing up the problem with uploading listing videos. And he said, no problem, sir. Just thank you for your time and being our loyal customer for the last 127, 150 years. Said, no problem, guys. Our all content creators on YouTube are your customers. So you have to please each and every one of us. So if we call, make sure not to transfer your call to Bangladesh next time. One time, guys, I called, they were from Bangladesh. And They were kind of not didn't like me talking about issues with eBay. They were like, "Well, you don't see the life in Bangladesh how we live, so don't complain, you bad person." So, guys, I understand. It's difficult. If you guys never traveled to those countries, you're lucky you're living in the United States of America. Beautiful country here compared to India or Bangladesh. Go watch some YouTube videos about how people live. Billions of people in those countries. Some of them, live outside all the time because it's good weather. So they don't need to, go inside and because it's always sunny and warm, except pollution and food that you can get poisoned with. But otherwise, it's very good, guys. I would not actually recommend drinking water there either because water over there is actually all coming from what is it called? From toilets, guys. So system is a little bit messed up, but it's fine. If you're gonna find real water with no other type of bacteria or feces, I mean, it's good to drink, guys. No, don't worry, you're not gonna get sick or die. I mean, you'll be fine. You know how it is. Think about back in the day, how people were surviving drinking water from, septic tanks and stuff like that. So there's nothing really scary about it. But anyway, he told me that eventually it's gonna start working. So I was very happy, and I was like, screw those videos. I decided, guys, I'm not gonna upload the videos now until they fix it up because guess what happened? He promised yesterday that it's gonna start working in 48 hours, and I tried before going for my cardio. It wasn't working. So guess what's gonna happen? We're gonna make a video today about this situation on YouTube. Once again, guys, they were asking for it, lying to my ears. You know, we cannot cover up anymore for the mistakes that are made. Business is a business. Think about it this way. Would you go into company meeting and lie that you're gonna do something and you didn't fix it? But for eBay, who's a $1 billion company, guys, they care less about your issues. Okay, if you don't like it, just leave. Go to Poshmark or Mercari or Etsy or Vinted or Bonanza. See how you're gonna be treated there with a lot of sales. So eBay is a king, guys. You cannot leave the platform because of those issues with videos not uploading, sites hanging up, freezing up constantly, other issues. Every time something happens. So by the way, guys, later on, because I'm walking, I have to look at the picture here, a straight picture, and see if there are any dangerous animals. So I cannot walk and look at the screen right now. I apologize. Because sometimes, guys, the bears can run out. We cannot, do anything. If bears, guys, run out, you're not gonna be able to, instantly react. Because bears usually, guys, you have to play dead. If you haven't learned that in your school back in the day, that the bear comes out on the road, you have to fall down right away, guys. Do not try to defend yourself with a stick. Bear is much more powerful than you. He's not gonna like you, defending yourself with a stick, unless you have a rifle. But I didn't take my so we're gonna have to do. I mean, if something comes up, I'll have to fall down, guys. What are we gonna do? So if you don't hear me talking anymore, I probably saw a bear and fell down and playing dead. There is a cat. You see, there probably was a bear sighting over there. So apparently, bear was over there and tried to drive a bulldozer. But they closed the trail, guys, so we cannot go here, unfortunately. So this trail is closed, guys. We're gonna have to go back, guys, because this is a beautiful area right here, guys. A little bit broken up, but we have to go around it. There is the caution tape. Come here sometimes and try to swim in there, but they don't allow me to swim. So it's not deep enough to swim. I said, guys, come on, think about all the opportunities of fresh water from the, fresh water and doing diving, Olympic diving into here. They said, no, you cannot dive. It's not too deep, can hit yourself and, get injured. So I said, yeah, you're right. A little bit, no, not much water in here, guys, to dive. Maybe over there a little bit deeper. But I don't know, guys. It's kind of dangerous. Don't do that, guys. Generations that tried that before, people who tried it were not successful, guys. They were, they would hit their head, and unless you jump with your legs first, there is opportunity in there, guys. If you jump with your legs first into here, there's only two options. You may break your leg or twist your ankle a little bit, but at least you're not gonna break your head. So if you like to do stunts like stuntman, of course go ahead and do that, but we're not gonna do it, guys. Not smart to jump into shallow waters. And the same thing here, guys. Do not jump into those areas, guys. I promise. There may be some snakes in here, water snakes. If you see them, they don't usually have poison, but they can bite you still. You may get some kind of infection, but you can use a syringe. I have one at home that I forgot to bring with me too, that has anti-venom or some kind of anti thing, and you can inject your syringe into your body to make sure that you're not getting the bacteria. So forgot to bring all the stuff with me today, camping stuff. Usually do that, guys, when there are attacks. But yeah, guys, so eBay promised to fix the issues, with eBay. eBay promised to fix issues with eBay, which is very unusual. Very surprised, guys. I was like, guys, if you go up those steps, you may end up in a kingdom of squirrels. There are a bunch of squirrels jumping. So we're gonna hope, guys, eventually they will fix it up, fix up the issue with loading videos. So if you need to load videos, guys, you have to wait. They said actually today, guys, I figured that what's the point, right, of loading listing videos? Think about it for a moment. You don't need to. Just describe your stuff in a listing. Do not say like everything works unless you tested it out entirely. It has to be mostly, guys, I can tell you, stuff like electronics. You have to make sure that you truthfully put description in. Do not use AI, like some people will recommend on some content on some channels. Use AI for your listings. No, don't use AI, especially when there are issues with the product, because AI is not smart enough to describe that there are certain flaws with electronics. They don't fucking know what kind of flaws there are. So don't trust those freaking dumbasses. Don't trust this technology yet. Do it manually, like I do, guys. It's very important, because if you don't do it manually and buyer gets something and your AI friend describes something improperly, you guys, they close the trail, so you cannot go. Someone took down the yellow tape, which is not good. So pretty much, guys, it's very important that you don't use AIs, because especially for issues, when products have issues, guys, very careful. Be very careful with descriptions, because AI will put down some kind of crap, and then buyer will get it and then will ask you, what kind of crap did you describe improperly? And you will say, well, I'm sorry, sir. I used AI for my listing. I was not thinking using my head. I was trying to get help with artificial intelligence who did the listing for me, description. And then it might not be that tolerable in this case or forgiving. They will be angry, that you're not using your own head, but using artificial intelligence. So think about it for a moment. So that's the case, guys, with listing videos. Why they're important? Because listing videos, at least the buyer who will actually may look at your video, which is very rare too, or read description. Also, unless you point them to the right direction in your title to read, guys. It's always important, guys, when there are certain issues to let buyers know, read. But sometimes you're gonna lose the sale. You know why? You're gonna lose the sale because buyers are so lazy sometimes they're not gonna even try to read. They're just gonna see read in the title and just not read. And then gonna leave the listing right away and go to another one because they're not gonna read the crap. Go down to your description and try to understand what you were trying to explain. That's how the world evolves now. People are more lazy. They don't want to scroll down, read your descriptions. They just want everything to be done in a faster manner. And that's why, guys, it's up to you how you want to approach every listing that you do. It's up to you guys to decide if you want to do certain things in your description or title or not. But you can always sell something as is and put it in the title. So you're selling it as is, but you still you're still not protected from anything in this case. So just so you know, guys, it's always important to notify people about those types of issues, guys, because people like to, disregard a lot of stuff that's happening. People are, trying to. They don't have time. Some people don't have time to even read the stuff that you put in your description. They just don't want to. Instead of, trying to read, they're just gonna go to a listing that doesn't have read in the title and buy something like this, so they don't have to read. It's easier this way, guys. And reading, you know, that's another issue nowadays. People trying to do things without, trying to spend time on something. They don't have time. They don't need to, do that kind of stuff. Especially if listing is saturated, guys. If you have a unique listing and you put title, you put read in the title, then maybe buyer will go read something and spend their precious time on that. But if there is a bunch of listings similar to yours and yours may have some kind of issue and you put down read, the buyer most likely will just go to a listing that doesn't have the read and just buy something without trying to go to a listing. It's just waste of time because some buyers understand that there is importance of reading, but some buyers don't understand the importance. They just don't read, disregard. Even on listings that you say read, they will read and may not understand what the hell you were talking about, and then it will cause another problem. They will say, sorry, buddy, I did read, but I did not understand what you were putting out there in your description. You have to be more clear on your description when you're trying to make me read something. So, guys, that doesn't protect us all. It's all kind of stuff that is important in a way to protect yourself in cases where you may get maybe scammed. Guys, you have to choose proper trail because last time I chose proper trails, there was some kind of nude people walking here, so I don't want to go. There is some nudity over there. There is sometimes you can find people, having sex here. It's very kind of unusual forest with magical, things happening. People hiding between the trees, doing their business. Going to the bathroom. Sometimes, guys, you need to go to the bathroom in the forest, so you're not gonna be able to hold, urine in your bladder that much because it's gonna blow, and you don't want your bladder to blow up, guys, because you only have one. So if your bladder blows up, guys, that's it. You're not gonna have a bladder, so you have to. If you have to go, guys, you gotta go. Forest animals are okay with it. Animals do everything in the forest, guys. They poop, pee in the forest, guys. So they look at you as animal also when they see humans and you're trying to go to the bathroom in the forest. They kind of appreciate the gestures. They're like, oh, you're doing the same thing as we do all the time, so you're like us. No, if you just trying to avoid it, animals don't like that kind of stuff, guys. They will not appreciate you're enjoying the forest for your needs sometimes, but only when needed, guys. Do not do it all the time. Only when your bladder fills up and you have to go, just go, guys. Because unlike other countries, guys, if you watch some videos about India, for example, people go on the street right in front of everyone. There is like a bunch of videos about it. You can be shocked about it, but it's not it's normal there. I mean, for some people will say no, it's not, but it is. Watch some videos. Bangladesh, same thing. Some other countries too. People just pee outside and it's fine. I mean, they gotta go, guys. You cannot, hold. Because if you holding your urine, it damages your bladder, guys. Cannot damage your bladder. Like I said, you only have one. So you got to go pee and that's it, guys. Just take out your stuff and freely just spray the trees. Trees are actually, they like this kind of stuff because someone was like, what the heck is he talking about? Everyone is in shock sometimes, stuff I'm saying, right, guys? But it's normal type of life, guys. We're humans, and not everyone is like clones the same. Everyone has their opinions. Some people are very polite. They're very like, kind. They cannot go in the forest and pee, right? But some people like me, for example, yeah, I don't have any problem. If I need to go, guess I'm gonna go because I don't want to, have my bladder start hurting and being filled up. So that's what happens sometimes, especially if the bathroom is far away, guys. You cannot, there are some bathrooms in the forest that are farther away. So I cannot, wait hours of running and walking to get to the bathroom. So just stop by behind the tree and, some deer, some, skunks, some hedgehogs will look at you and they'll think you're also like them. You're like going outside, so they will be okay with it. Don't worry. You're not gonna, offend anyone over there. The animals usually don't get offended, guys, if you take out your business. I mean, they are walking naked. So don't think about that kind of stuff, guys. Think straight, Humans, when they were born, no clothing. Remember, guys, prehistoric times. People walked without any clothing. They were like, you know, okay with it. Eventually, of course, everyone became very polite and started wearing clothing. Yeah, there was a big squirrel over here with white tail. So that's very important. Mr. Sadie, what's going on, man? Thanks for being here, man. Mr. Sadie is OG, guys. Mr. Sadie, you're OG, my friend. God bless you, man. I actually spoke about people who are older generation recently. And Mr. Sadie is like, I'm not old. Mr. Sadie, you know what happened recently? I was talking to some 20-year-old girls, and they said I'm old now. Can you imagine, Mr. Sadie, how bad I felt when I told them, because I never lie about my age. I said I'm 48, I wanted to hook up with this girl, and she's in her, like, 20, she's 25, I think. She said I'm too old now. Can you imagine this crap? How is it possible, Mr. Sadie? Tell us, Mr. Sadie. How is this possible? How the fuck did this happen? See, age is actually a factor, Mr. Sadie. You don't realize it, but it does affect someone, But that's kind of interesting, Mr. Sadie, that age is becoming an issue nowadays with me. And yeah, it happens, But you guys are great, I always mention Todd and Scott and Tom and, lives that they have done for 45 years. Todd is like, I think when originally started his life, it was back in the 60s. So he was back in the time. I mean, back in the day, Todd was already 65. So now he's about maybe almost 140. It's still going strong, still going, only showing hands, but still going at 140. It's not an easy gig to go strong. It's like kind of interesting that it happens, but it's just unbelievable. How time flies and we disregard the precious time. But anyway, guys, so I will always say, like, go watch Silver Hair Stacker show in the mornings and Tom Queen City Picker because I respect what they're talking about, even though I haven't been in the lives last couple of years. But at least sometimes I will rewatch and hear what they say because I watch a lot of stuff. People don't realize how much stuff I watch while I'm doing my reselling things and other side hustles. While I'm walking, sometimes I'll listen to content. Like today, I was listening to Hunt and Flip second episode with my Polish friend Peter. You know, actually, Peter is actually a very good job. He traveled back to Poland numerous times. Poland is a beautiful country with very beautiful women. You guys haven't been to Poland, guys, in Eastern Europe, I highly recommend guys going to Poland, especially if you're single. If you're single, guys, you're gonna go to Poland. You're not gonna be able to, you know, you're gonna walk with your mouth open and how beautiful the women are there. You're gonna be able to, guys. You're not gonna be able to be stressed like me, you know. But everywhere in Europe like this, go to. By the way, Norway, Finland, Sweden, very beautiful women there. Um, don't I'm not discriminating, guys. In the United States, there are very beautiful women here, but if you go to Eastern Europe and you go to those countries, guys, and you're single, you may get lucky, maybe, a little bit. Sometimes, not all the time. I don't promise you anything, guys, but you may get into some luck, You may find your true love. You have to be younger, guys, younger. Not really old like me. You have to be like in your maybe 20s, maybe a little bit, but not close to your 50s, guys. It's very difficult when you're trying in your 50s. It's much more complicated than in your early 20s. I can tell you that. I remember back in the day when I went to Netherlands, Amsterdam. I went to red light district, of course, with my friends. Had a great time over there, guys. Of course, we use protection because there are so many people that travel and they have different things with those girls there that you have to protect yourself sometimes, guys. That's why I highly recommend if you're going to Amsterdam to wear protection, guys, just in case. You don't know, you don't want to catch any kind of medical conditions, guys. Yes, as far as we're talking, I don't know already where I am, but I'll find my way out, guys. I know at least I'm not lost yet. Blair Witch actually she likes to suspect some people that come into this area because it's a big forest, guys. So she tries to find some souls that are lost in the forest and seduce them, guys. But yeah, guys. So anyway, I highly recommend traveling to Eastern Europe because I went to Amsterdam, I went to Croatia, I went to Slovakia. Very, very, very cute girls. By the way, guys, if you watched the movie Hostel, if you remember a horror movie called Hostel that was directed by Eli Roth back in the day, my generation day, or in their almost 50s. Eli Roth did a movie about Eastern Europe and a hostel, which is, of course, not true, but it was very disgusting movie. If you haven't watched it, it's a horror, very graphical horror movie about three friends from United States, actually two friends from United States traveling to Eastern Europe, and one was from, I think he was from Iceland. Yeah, Iceland. So I'm not gonna recommend it to younger viewers. It's very graphic, very, very disgusting at some parts of the movie. So do not watch it if you're afraid. If you're gonna have bad vision after that, because Hostel, Eli Roth directed some very graphical movies. Hostel number one was I think, worse than number two, the sequel, because first one was with guys traveling, and second part was with girls. And with girls also it was graphical, but not as bad as with guys. The first one was really like some parts of it were really disgusting, especially if you watched unrated. You watched unrated version. This is much more graphical graphics than a not rated one. I've seen unrated one. It was some of the scenes they had to cut out. Actually, if you're watching, if you're gonna watch special features for unrated version, they had to cut out some scenes from the movie because they were so bad, like graphically, that some of the people who were doing the movie they lost consciousness. How bad it was. So if you watch at your own risk, guys, I don't recommend it if you don't like this kind of stuff. But I watched both versions in the past. So anyway, it's about first one is about guys traveling to Eastern Europe to specifically Amsterdam, and then they went to Slovakia, and Slovakia is a very beautiful country. At Slovakia, they were in a hostel, and then they were abducted by this German doctor, guys, this Nazi. If you guys don't remember, the German doctor was a Nazi, most likely, that was portrayed by this guy. And so anyway, watch it at your own risk, guys. I don't recommend because then you're gonna be angry at me. It's some for kids, it's even scarier. Do not watch it, guys. Just block the movie entirely. Just do not watch this crap. Very scary stuff, guys. But anyway, back to reselling, guys. See, I can switch out between different topics, guys. I don't need an audience. I don't usually. It's actually helpful for me, guys, to do this kind of cardio walking instead of doing live sitting on a chair. Believe me, I know, because I get like fresh air and I can talk and enjoy the nature, of animals, fallen trees, grass, stuff like that, guys. It's very helpful. So if you're gonna rewatch, guys, I appreciate. It's very appreciative of you to rewatch my lives. Click summarize. Don't forget, do not watch, guys, entirely because it's too boring. Just click on summarize button and watch what I said. It's very important too because sometimes you have to, summarize the video. AI, by the way, AI, don't forget, artificial intelligence helps you summarize. Look how beautiful it is, guys, down there. A lot of nature, trees. Uh, I just did a video about Mr. Sadie. Sorry, man, I cannot. Um, I'm falling apart. Also, but Mr. Sadie, you're not falling apart, man. You're okay. You're a healthy guy. It's fine, man. I always, look at people how it's difficult, Mr. Sadie, to there was a lot of stress. It was a lot of stuff happening. Believe me, there are so many people under stress right now with all those fucking prices going up constantly and eBay constantly glitching, relying, of course, a lot of us resellers rely on eBay. It's very stressful, Mr. Sadie, and everyone has different situation. You see, that's why people always, some content creators tell you exactly like it is. They say it's very difficult to do this unless you have a specific situation. Some people who are, say, for example, you're in a specific situation where you have somebody working, right? So somebody else has an income. And then in that case, you're not really like, really, really badly stressed out, even though it depends on how much they make. But at least you have some kind of leverage to go by. You don't have to be completely like be stressed out under panic that you need to sell stuff immediately. And sometimes people don't have that either. They don't have someone working. So they have to work doing reselling and maybe some side hustles to be able to pay the bills, buy food, depending of course on the sizes of families. Also don't forget that. A lot of people don't talk about sizes of families. Some people have a lot of kids. Some people have 4 kids, 5 kids. But it's easier when you have only 1 kid. Then it's much easier compared to someone who has like 5 kids. And if your kids are grown up already and they can work on their own, then it's becoming easier then also because in that case you don't have to take care of them anymore. They can most likely take care of themselves. So it also falls out this particular situation. So in that case, yes, if it's possible that you have done it for many years, if you have good experience with reselling, doing good on platforms, doing finding good stuff, have sourcing opportunities, because a lot of people, you have to understand, in smaller cities. See, I live in Cleveland, so it's not a big city either. It's kind of medium size, right? But there are a lot of different sourcing opportunities. But unfortunately, no garage sales in the winter time or fall, so it's only like whatever 4 months. But I don't rely on garage sales a lot. I do go, I like them, but I don't rely on them because I buy storage units. I do a lot of sourcing at the bins. Goodwill bins is kind of the thing for me because I love this kind of sourcing. Yeah, even though it's very hectic, it's a lot of competition. People don't tell you that in their content. They're trying, we resellers trying to always stand up for resellers. But there are resellers who are very aggressive, understandably. I love when people speak out and at the bins, people will tell you straight into your face, we need to make money. It's understandable. That's only sometimes only option for them. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna stand up against another resource, say, no, you cannot do that. I need that thing, right? You don't. So you give them opportunities. Everyone deserves an opportunity to find things. That's why I love how hard resellers work, especially beans resellers, because some of them come every day. Um, they stay there all day. Like you go to regular jobs, they stay there for like 8 hours, 9 hours, and they constantly on the move. They're always moving. So it's moving. You like so very like it's very hectic. Guys, walking deep in the forest. Internet connection, unfortunately, in here is not working as we're approaching volcano. Next time in earlier in the day, we're gonna get to the castle because I got into the castle, but I didn't want to stick around the castle, guys. Too many people in the castle right now. Too many visitors, tourists. So we cannot stay. We have to keep doing our cardio walk, guys. We cannot slow down and do tourist type of stuff. But the good thing, guys, today at least, you know, it's good weather. No snow, no tornadoes, no hail, no wind, no blizzard. So no earthquakes. There was an earthquake today actually in California. In the what was it, afternoon? Like 5 point something. So it's like not really strong, but still strong enough. So guys, yeah, that's the thing. So I apologize for disconnecting in deep forest in a jungle with bad animals attacking, trying to take out my phone and do their own life using my phone. So I told them, guys, get yourself your own phone and open your own StreamYard account and do that, but don't take mine. But it's always good, guys. So I highly, like I was saying before, guys, it's highly productive to and healthy to walk and enjoy, do cardio exercise, now I went swimming in the pool. Tomorrow I will do the same, and then I have to walk again, do cardio because I'm trying to eat only like 1.5 times a day now, which is difficult. Yes, I'm telling you, if you eat 3 times a day usually and you need to cut down to 1.5 times, so it's like your body doesn't respond to it very well. I will get like headaches and like that. So I'm trying this approach. The good guys need to do various portions, like